Hi, and welcome back to the Game Boys channel. I'm Johnny.
And I'm John.
And we are here with a first impression discussion of Fallout 76, which just dropped last week.
So we've been now playing for a week, and so far we've escaped the vault and been introduced to Reclamation Day.
Were you a little pissed that no one waited for you?
I felt very lonely.
Right, like everyone went out into the world and they just left you there.
It felt like there was this amazing party that I missed out on, and I finally show up, and like I just had to like pick up the trash. Like I literally felt like I just had to be the one to clean up after everybody had all this fun. I felt a little left out.
I did too, and I was like walking around the vault going, hello? And no one could have texted me to let me tell you were all leaving?
A note, maybe?
A note.
A note. I don't ask for much.
I don't even have a good holotape. You just left me with no information.
Did you notice there wasn't even like any good food or anything left over?
No!
Like, there's food.
This was the worst party. Reclamation Day was, as a party, a real downer.
I will say I've really enjoyed 76 because I get to do all these quests and make this village, and I get to do it with all the people I want to do it with.
It's really just seeing a lot of real-life players in the world, and I know that something that the game was consciously worried about was that people would troll the worlds and shoot you, and there are punishments. Like, if you're just going around shooting people and they're not shooting you back, you're going to be penalized, and then you'll come back with a bounty on your head. And so, most people initially that I found in the game are actually really helpful and collaborative, and they'll start doing online quests together. Do we get friends in this game?
What do you, oh,
Companions?
No. We're each other's companions.
That's the sweetest thing you've said.
We
don't have real companions, we just have real friends. Oh. That's really sweet. There are also now these event quests that you can do with other people that pop up in the open world randomly and at different times. So you can fall in and out.
See what you did there?
Fall out of your primary main quest and jump in to an online quest and win some, or earn some cool
loot.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, and I really enjoy that. And I find that the main quests obviously are the quests you should be doing, and there's no huge level restriction on what you can do, so you can quest with your friends from the very start of the game and help them out. And the nice thing is with the loot, I was really nervous because I was curious on how they were gonna give out the prizes once you finish these events. And everybody has their own version of the loot when
you complete it. So
when you scavenge a body or when you complete an event, you get your own version. The only thing that is not shared are world items, so things like canisters or bobbleheads, med kits that are just sitting out in the actual world. Only one person can get that.
Seriously?
So,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So you have to be very
judicious,
thoughtful on who's getting what. Maybe somebody needs a little bit more aluminum, or somebody needs that gun that you just picked up that you want to just break down or sell for money. Maybe we should help our friends.
I'm aluminum poor right now, so this is really stinging home. And I even tagged it for search, and I'm really aluminum poor.
I will say, the one thing I really enjoy about the game is you feel poor, hungry, diseased, right out of the vault, because they do not hold your hand. You need to just figure it out, cook that food, and just survive and scrap everything. That
is different between Fallout 4, though, and Fallout 76. Initial thoughts is that food and water management is real. It's in real time almost, it feels like, so you constantly have to eat and hydrate in addition to your HP, and that's a lot of management. And also, fun fact, your stuff that you make can spoil. So I can make all these wonderful iguana bit soup and Tato pie. Or what's the one I also make? It's that juice. It's like the blueberry juice.
Yeah. That's my go-to drink.
Your blueberry juice, and it can go bad.
Oh, but also, if it doesn't go bad and you still drink it, you drink too much, sometimes you get parasites, disease, mutations.
But this is something that I haven't figured out yet, so please, if you have, comment below, is that someone I saw on a blog said that you can keep mutations.
You can keep them?
So if there's a mutation, let's say, that is advantageous that you like, there's a way that you can make that stick to you and actually keep that.
Oh.
And I haven't really figured that out yet.
So if you know, let us know.
One of my favorite things about Fallout 4 is always been crafting and building a lovely home. And the different thing about 76 is that we have camps. C-A-M-P.
Camp.
Camp. And camps can move around. You only have one, but it looks like one of those old projectors. You know what I'm talking about? From the school, the overhead projectors, where you used to write.
With those, you have to use those special
markers with the overhead projector. It looks like that. And anything, you can move that around, but what you have to do, and this is something that they don't tell you, is that if you build a camp, you can blueprint that camp and save how everything's arranged and how it all looks and where you placed everything, and then you can move your overhead projector to another location that's in the same size.
Overhead projector, aka your camp.
Is that what it looks like an overhead.
It does. It looks like a
And you can move it to a new location, but it costs you caps. So you gotta...
And caps are...
Are you having a hard time with caps? I'm not.
You just sell everything.
I make so much stuff to sell. Like, I either scrap the stuff where I know I need materials, but then I'll just pick up and make stuff just to sell it to robots for a high price.
So my problem, and this is what I'm finding, is I'm a procrastinator, and so I'll just sit there reading the quest logs or check my phone. You can't do that in this game because you're constantly... Your hunger's going down. You're constantly being thirsty. Even if in your camp, if you're in your own camp, you're not safe. I got attacked by mole rats yesterday. I was just minding my own business, making stuff on my armor station, and fucking mole rats came and attacked my base.
And even with do you have turrets?
They're not strong turrets. They helped. I took them on, but
for me, it's like
some work.
It's an alarm. Like if I hear that turret firing, I'll be like, shit.
Stop crafting.
I have to stop crafting my mod and then go see what Scorch is coming over to my house. It's bad. So hopping into the worlds and to join your friends if you want to play is super easy. You have to be friends with them on PlayStation.
Yeah, and you can just go through the social menu and you can join their world and fast travel right to where they are. Traveling in the game normally costs money. The nice thing with friends, it's free.
And traveling to your friends' camps are free too.
Yes.
So we should be more strategic, truthfully, about where we all put our own homes.
So the map itself is 4 times larger than the last Fallout, and it's massive. And I'm curious, and on the outside there's a lot of open area, and maybe late game, like that's where we're going to be able to build our homes. We'll put up a map to show where I think the homes might be able to go.
You can also join up and team up on parties, and that's an option too.
For the events?
For anything. You can just team up as a party and you have friendly fire, so you don't shoot your friends by mistake.
You can join an actual party group and you can see each other's health, and...
You can see each other's health and you can see each other's quests.
Quest objectives.
And so it's more shared. I think...
I was a little confused in the beginning with the quest system when I joined a party because I wasn't sure what was mine and what was theirs. So be careful with how you track your quests in groups because I can find it can be confusing on whose is whose.
Make sure you use your data and go over to your quest and toggle yours on or off. So in the top right corner of the screen, you can see who's you're actually working towards. And depending on what level you're on in the game, you might not be able to help with different quests, or you might not get credit for them.
Exactly. So if you're too high of a level, you won't get credit. But the good news is you can still help your friends, and you do get EXP for all the kills. You just don't get it for the quest completion.
And XP is great because you can level up your perks.
So what do you think about the new perk system?
Special. Special has been in every game, and that is an acronym for strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
And those are the abilities that help you in the Wasteland and give you special abilities, increase your VATs, allow you to carry more stuff, all of the wonderful Fallout stuff.
You're gifted these perk cards, which you have to slot to each one of these abilities.
And perk cards are new.
And they're very useful in this game. They're what's going to allow you to get less infections, carry more food,
increase the damage of your weapons.
Increase the damage of your weapons, and each one, so like strength is a lot of shotguns and carrying armor and how much you can hold with you. Endurance is how much brutality your body can take.
How much I think food helps you too.
Exactly. How long you can last in the world before you need to eat and drink. And they are useful, especially in the beginning of the game. I would recommend using perk cards that allow you to carry more, because I will say, in the very beginning, I feel that inventory management and junk and scrapping is the bane of my existence.
It's a lot of management.
It's a lot of management. But if you get these perks, they are going to help you get off to a good start.
And also your perk cards will level up on each other. So if you have a Action Girl that's worth 1 point card and an Action Girl that's worth 1 point card, you can actually level them up with 2 of them to create a higher ranked card. So if there's a certain perk that you like, when leveling, be mindful of getting similar liked cards so that you can level them up more quickly and increase the benefit of each card.
And they will show you how many times they can be increased and ranked up by how many stars they have on the side.
Oh, is that really what that does?
Yeah, so some of them you can only do 2 rank ups, some are 3, and I've even seen some that are 5 stars for crafting.
So this is one thing in our first impressions when John and I started playing together, is because food is critical, and because you need the meat, I will shoot anything that's not friendly. And I'm into, because also they got stuff. So I will just be walking down the street with John and be like, oh, look, a deer, shoot! And you're so shocked by that.
Deer never stood a chance.
To a
it
shotgun?
was just standing there. We were walking by. It wasn't even our quest. Right between the eyes.
I wanted the meat. I think I also shot a friendly thing, and it's hard to tell in the game when something's friendlier.
Well, we're running, in the very beginning, we're running up a hill, and there's a robot ahead. And I'm mid-sentence saying, hey, Johnny, there's a robot ahead. I think it's... Boom! Shotgun. Oh, it's dead. I was gonna say it's friendly. It died.
So there are friendly NPCs in the game, that's what you're
So
saying.
you may want to look at what you're killing before you're killing it.
Yeah.
Rule of thumb, if it's red, it's bad.
Do you have any cons?
About the game?
Yeah.
You know, I think right now the only cons I have is some of the quests are a little buggy in the game still, and I think they're still working on how some of the NPCs move about in the world, and sometimes I've seen them get stuck on some event objectives. I feel like the quest markers they need to fix up a little bit, but really, other than that, I'm really enjoying the game. It's a blank slate and just trying to figure it out all yourself and build and craft and scavenge, because you start from nothing and you're trying to build this new world, and I find that really interesting.
And we've barely scratched the surface because there are still factions, and I haven't even found, like, they haven't even given me the choice to pick yet. So we are, like, early in Act 1.
I think later in the game
Act 2 is when you pick, and then you still have all of Act 2 if it's anything like Fallout 4. So we are so excited to be playing this game. I love the Fallout franchise. I can't wait to see where it goes. If you want to hear more about our adventures and what factions we end up choosing, please comment below and like this video.
Also, share some of your buildings, and if any of your first impressions with us, we'd love to hear from you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Enjoy the wasteland.
Bye.
Bye.